go. Welcome back, everybody. Glad to see you guys here.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Katie. And this is You, Me, and Swinging. Woo.
So last episode was our Valentine's Day special. If you made it all the way to this episode, then you made it all the way to the end of our season premiere.
Oh my goodness, yes. We have been so excited to get this out to you. Just the upcoming premiere to the 23rd. We're just like, oh my gosh, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, here comes Riley, wants to join us.
Yes.
It has been a stressful journey, though, going through. This isn't going to work, pal.
This is not going to work.
We're going to have to set that aside for later. It's been a stressful journey going through this past, honestly, week, 2 weeks, because we kind of procrastinated a little bit.
On getting this premiere out, yeah. Just because we were kind of nervous, honestly, about not knowing anything about the whole getting YouTube out, getting this whole setup. We even got a whole brand new camera for it. And just excited to see what you guys' thoughts on the second season.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, we've only barely touched the tip of the iceberg of what this season's going to be. We have so much more planned, like within our vlogs and everything, and talking about more. We have a Patreon we just finally set up. We finally got the kinks worked out and everything.
Oh yeah, Patreon.
And so I'll let Katie talk about it a little bit.
All right, so we now have Patreon, and that is kind of a base where you can support our podcast, the You, Me, and Swinging podcast, to bring either new equipment or just to help support us in general as creators to bring amazing new videos to you guys each and every post. And so what we want to benefit you guys for helping support us, we kind of have 3 tiers. So we have the first tier on Patreon as Let's Be Friends. It's got $3 per month. You have early access to episodes as they'll be posted a day early on there. Shout out as we hear a shout out. So you're gonna hear your name on an episode when you subscribe, and ad-free episodes. That's pretty great. I think so.
I think so.
For $3. And then the second tier, because there's 3, it's getting to know each other. It's $10 per month. Everything in the 3 tier as well. So everything in the first one is included. And then shout outs on birthdays in live episodes or even in vlogs sometimes. You have access to behind the scenes and bloopers posts that we're gonna be posting of just craziness that we're doing.
And which one's the tier that if you subscribe you get a shout out? Is that this one as well?
The shout out would be the Let's Be Friends one, the first one and the second one.
Okay.
So basically
awesome.
all 3.
All 3, anytime you guys subscribe to a Patreon, you guys get a shout out. But on the second tier, it's also as well every time you have a birthday.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
What else is part of that second tier?
Getting to chat with us and other Patreons on the site because it's kind of a community. So you're going to be able to chat with us personally, message us, comments with other people, kind of suggest maybe what you want to see next from us. That'd be great.
Yeah, because we love hearing what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see. We always want to make sure you guys are getting the content you guys want.
And to make it even more personal, with that second tier, me and him are going to be making handwritten notes to you guys, thanking you for being such great supporters in general. It's going to be great. And then we have our third tier,
which is our ultimate tier.
Yep, friends with benefits. Let's get with it. It's $30 per month, a little pricey, but it's everything from those 2 top tiers, along with live streams from us, live Q&As, sexy content. Can't get too crazy on here, which is totally fine. On the Patreon,
it allows us to get a little bit sexier than we usually would.
More than YouTube anyways. And it's okay. It's going to have behind the scenes of we're going to do crazy stuff before and after our episode recordings, and you're not going to want to miss it. And then your name will go on the backdrop. This
backdrop right here, and it'll be big enough to where you guys can read it and everything, but it'll be permanently part of our set for season 2.
Yeah, and either you can have it as a nickname that you want us to put in there, or we'll put your name and your last name initial, however you want to customize it, but it'll be up there and a great addition to it. And then you can have a chance to be a guest on either the podcast or in vlogs, choosing randomly.
Yes, every month we will randomly put all the names in a random selector, choose one of you guys to be a guest. If you guys don't want to, that's okay. We'll just choose another, but it'll be something we do monthly. Once a month, we'll have one of our fans on as a guest.
Oh yeah, we want to bring the whole personal to you guys because we really want to expand and bring the the podcast to you guys. And with that tier, with that third tier, it comes in exclusive merch. Okay,
Yes,
exclusive.
every 3 months, if staying subscribed, it's part of our loyalty program. So every 3 months, you guys will get different merch. So the first 3 months, you get
An exclusive sticker,
the second 3 months, so 6 months,
an exclusive poster,
9 months,
exclusive mug,
and 12 months.
an exclusive T-shirt of our merch.
Yeah, we designed them all,
Mm-hmm.
made them how you guys would like them.
Yep, and that's included with that third tier. If you guys say included,
All right, and so that was just, I know that was a little bit boring, but
yeah.
now we'll get back into the episode, what you guys really came here for. All right, so why don't you take it away, babe?
All right, and getting a little kind of nervous to tell you guys, but I have been so excited to talk about it. So last season, I kept giving little sneak peeks about of my side projects, my side project, sorry, and that's I'm a content creator on OnlyFans. Yeah, babe.
That's not so much a shock.
Not too much a
to-
shock.
I mean, if anybody who clicked on her, all my links would know. So it's not too big of a shock for everybody.
Yeah, but to the new listeners, yeah, I'm an OnlyFans creator, and the initial reason why I wanted to start it was I honestly got a big old oomph of confidence. I was like, okay,
Yeah, you
This
were
is-
very sealed up before your OnlyFans.
oh yeah, I was very conservative. I was very conservative. For some random reason, I would judge other girls for embracing their body, and then all of a sudden, I just snapped. I was like, This is pointless and not a good use of my time for judging women embracing their bodies for what they have and feeling good. It's not every single girl is out there just wanting to show their attention. They are actually just showing off their proudness and their art of the body that it is. And then also with OnlyFans, you can make a bank with it, which is what I'm trying to work with. But it takes a lot of work, and I'm not going to deny that. Why is
You
she such
okay?
an attention whore right now?
I don't know.
Riley, relax.
I think she wants to talk in the podcast a little bit.
And I don't think anybody wants to hear that.
Yeah. She doesn't say anything worth hearing.
No, definitely not.
All right. Sorry for interrupting, but why don't you keep going?
You're fine. I definitely knew that there was challenges going into it, so there took about how long did I take to decide that to even make the profile? I said it. I was like, "Hey, I think I want to start it," and then I actually made the profile. It took me about a month or two.
Yeah, one thing I never asked was why are you okay with letting it out now? Can Riley stop hitting my microphone?
What?
Why are you comfortable letting it out very much in the public now?
Why I'm comfortable with the public, just because I'm owning it, I'm embracing my body, and I don't have anything to hide. And so if I wanted to hide it just feel bad. I just feel gross about it. And like it's super sneaky when it's nothing to be ashamed of. And I like my job. I like what I do, and it's a lot of fun. I wish I could be like, creating with a lot of other creators, like a lot of other female creators that I know, like my friends and stuff. That's been a lot of fun to explore that with. And then I don't know, just having fun in your nude self has just really changed another aspect in my mindset, I guess you can say.
One thing I never thought was going to happen was I get a lot of people saying like, well, how are you so okay with them? Like, well, have you not like known anything about our life? Like on Instagram, we post about it and stuff like that. Like it's part of our lifestyle. So why not just, I'm okay with it. I don't really care. It's what you want to do. I've asked you, I've made sure multiple times that it's not something anybody's convincing you to do, making sure that it's not something you're uncomfortable with
Or being pressured to do because of money or pressured of anything.
Yeah, we've talked about the consequences, not necessarily consequences, but the repercussions that could happen because of it being public and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she said she still wanted to do it, so I told her, that's on you, and
He's going to have my back no matter what.
Yeah, I'll be there for you to support you, and it's what you want to do, so you do what you want to do. Don't let anybody stop you.
Thanks, babe. I
You're
love
welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right. And the challenges I knew I was going to face, potentially my family finding out, they found out. It wasn't hard for them to find out because it kind of started around the same time that we started the podcast. And
And somebody looked it up because at that time you weren't public at all
I
with
was
it.
not I didn't have it on my all my links on my anything like close to the podcast, nothing. Somebody looked my name up, showed my mom and my family. But why? My name was not linked out anywhere.
Yeah, you weren't ready to, let it out yet.
Because
So
I had a whole preparation of what I wanted to tell my mom and reasons why, and I had a lot I wanted to pack up because as a religious family that they are, it's just a whole package full, and I necessarily didn't want my whole family to know either, just my mom.
yeah, that wasn't right for people to do that. People should,
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah,
when it comes to stuff like that, people should mind their own business and let them come to terms with when they want to do it, how they want to do it, because the way people can misconstrue it sometimes could be completely wrong from the way that they take it if the person themselves were to say it. So sometimes it takes time for that person to come up and say something. So it's really wrong for someone to rush the gun like that.
yeah. No, I definitely agree, and but it's already time to move on. I already sort things out with my family. They're still not okay with it, but they accept me for who I am, and they're like, I don't want you to do it. I will not support. I'm like, okay, I will still do what I want to do.
How do you feel about it forever being out there though?
For like being forever out there, I'm only necessarily on OnlyFans. Yeah, there's people who have seen me and stuff. I'm just it's more of like art. They purchase everything that I create on my own, not just what they want to see. So it's customized. Yeah, they customize what they want sometimes, but it's how on my terms. It's what I want to do.
And yeah, you do like doing the art. You've told me multiple times that you want to do more artistic shots. And now that we have a camera, we can do stuff like that.
And
It'll be fun. I like helping with that stuff too. Like I love being creative. Anything that I can have a creative output in is just makes me happy.
and I love any nude art too. I like nude sculptures all the time. I always ask him if we can get like boob sculptures or like dick
Yeah,
sculptures, but
no.
he's like no. But I would love them, and so that's
Get her
just a
ears.
part of it.
Just like Dumbo.
Yeah. And then and it's not like every guy has seen me naked, and it's not like I'm on Pornhub or anything, or it's not like I'm on a certain website that I'm not supposed to be on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
You know,
wait. It's not like I'm on the Hub website or anything.
it's okay. Relax.
And then struggles that I've kind of gotten from it that I didn't know that I was going to deal with was consistency. So you constantly have to be on it every single day.
Yeah, I was surprised because if I've seen you like where if you're not working every single day, you're not making the money you make from doing that.
Yeah. So just the consistency is key, definitely, if you want to.
Yeah, she has to take it like at least like a part-time job where putting
Part-time
at
hours are
least 20
definitely.
to 25 hours a week putting time into it.
Yeah, and then I had to tap into a different side of creativity that I had no idea to, because like I was conservative and I didn't really know what angles, or even looked at my body long enough to realize, oh, it looks good like this. It looks like this in this angle, looks like that from that angle. So and then you kind of have to do kind of scenes with it too, and that's fun, but that's hard to think of sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard being creative, but sometimes we get that spark. Sometimes we accidentally will have it. We're like, oh, we'll do it later, and we forget about it. That's our fault, though.
Yeah, we live and learn though. And then advertising is honestly not that bad. I kind of have a lot of fun with
Oh,
advertising.
I hate the advertising part of stuff.
That's why I wanted to bring it up, because two different point of views. He hates advertising, but for some reason I have so much fun with it. People definitely get annoyed, but I try to not do it as much to where it's so annoying. Eh. And then annoying fakes. Oh my goodness. People who were like, "Oh, I want you to make this video," or I want you to post something like this on your feed and I'll tip you," or something like that. Or even fake accounts are just so annoying. And whenever they'll say,
Oh, the promos and the stuff like that.
yeah, the promos, they're like, "Oh, hey, I can help you out," and stuff like that.
What?
Sorry. Um,
Yeah, those fake accounts can be really annoying at times.
people will ask for certain content, and then I'll make it for them, and then they'll never purchase it. So I wasted my time setting up the whole certain scene and doing exactly what they wanted to pay for, and then they won't pay for it. So recently people have been deciding to pay forward, and then I do their work, which has been nice. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing more often. But positives from it, which kind of goes on along with that, is that I get to set up how it's all ran by me. It's all run by me, and I love that. I love being my own business.
Yeah, like with the band, I love. It's like I treat it like a business, and it's fun, like having like saying you have your own business. So I get what you feel.
Yeah,
I feel. What you feel? I feel.
I feel the feels.
Just feel the next subject and keep going.
Okay. Okay. Along with the more positives is embracing the art that my body really is. And a lot of people don't understand that how amazing your body is. Like you.
I do.
Are you sure?
I love women's bodies. I think they're beautiful.
No, not well, I know you I know you do that. I mean, but for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You have to love your body.
I love my body. There's times where I just go up and down with that love, just like a relationship.
What?
I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
Butt face. And then oh my gosh, the community around OnlyFans. I've only met such amazing women.
The open-mindedness of it is crazy.
Oh yeah, and then there's people that are on OnlyFans that never even created with other creators, but the moment that you ask them is like, "Hey, do you want to maybe collab?" They're like, "Oh, I'm actually open. I'm open to that. I'll think about it, or I'll ask my partner and see what they think about it, and we can talk about it." They are not really never really judgmental about anything, and that's so comforting because you could really ask any kind of content creator on OnlyFans any type of question, and you're not gonna feel uncomfortable or feel weird about it because they're gonna make you feel what is it, comfortable and not ashamed, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I would say so. That's how that's how they've all come across when I've met them.
Mm-hmm. And then would I recommend this to other people?
Yeah, that's something that I've like talked with you about, like if you'd recommend it. It depends on the person, really, you've said.
Yeah, it's really not unless you really want to change your life around. It's a whole whirlwind if you're okay to.
Can it be emotional roller coaster too?
Yeah, and all eyes are going to be on you because people who didn't realize it was going to be like that, they're going to be like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Is somebody pressuring you to do this?" It's like, "No, I'm just ready to like do a different chapter of my life, try a different like dabble in something else, or maybe change my whole life, or maybe just try it out. I don't know, anything." But people always go to the worst circumstances, like, "Oh, I'm being forced," but no.
Yeah, and I never even forced her. She came up to me and said she wanted to do it. And I told her, you do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy.
Don't do it just because it's trendy. That's pathetic. Sorry. If you're doing it just like, oh, because it's gonna get your name out, and then your name
could ruin your life doing that.
Yeah, because like if you want to have a certain job, you can't really get a certain job with this under your belt because people will find out. Other jobs, other bosses research your name and stuff. And so if you're going to work for a high-end place and they see that, find it out, they are really quick to judge, and it's sad.
But it's what happens sometimes. You know, if that's what you choose, you have to be able to be ready to face that type of stuff.
And it is like a part-time job. You want to have time for it. It is I work from home for my regular job, and if I didn't work from home, it'd be impossible for me to be on top of my game on the OnlyFans thing. It'd be dreadful, I feel like.
Yeah, you do put a lot of time into it sometimes too, but it's good because I have other stuff I can work on too, so it works out.
And only do it if you want to do it. Don't give a fuck about what other people think. It's your body. And people are going to sexualize you anyways, so why not make a profit off of it?
That's a good way. That's one of the best advice I remember we've ever gotten.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go into our favorite radio host.
So this week, I do shuttle driving for a living, so I listen to John Jay and Rich. And surprisingly enough, we were looking for a second topic to talk about for this episode, and we came across on the radio they were doing a segment called What You Want to Know Wednesday, where people call in when they want to know something about a relative, friends, family, whatever. And so this week it was a woman who had her friend, her longtime friend, come down and visit. And originally she was going to stay at her house, but decided to get an Airbnb with her neighbors, which I knew already right away what was going on, just based off the tone that she sounded like and stuff like that.
But the neighbors weren't mentioned whenever she was invited over to come hang out with her friend who's coming down for town, right?
Yeah. No, they were mentioned.
Oh, my bad.
But mentioned last minute when they said they got an Airbnb after she'd already invited them to the house.
Okay.
And so she said she went over there and they started being flirty with each other. They started going in rooms one at a time with the other couple and stuff like that. And so, like, yeah, I knew right away what was going on, especially whenever the lady said that her friend only asked about her sexual life and sexual preferences and stuff like that.
The neighbor asked that to the friend?
Yeah. Well, no. The couple, the longtime friend asked that to the friend that she was visiting.
Oh, okay.
And so she said, and I knew right away that's what it was, because that's something we do a lot when we meet friends. We get, because we live in that world now. So,
and we're not really embarrassed to talk about, and it's fun.
Sex,
it's fun to talk about, and other people.
It's crazy
okay.
how embarrassed some people get about sex talk. But, anyways, and then so they called the lady up, and the radio show did their thing about like trying to pretend that they were other people and get the truth out. And so the girl's like, no, we're not swingers, but we do like fool around with them a little bit.
But we just our neighbors.
Yeah. And so the friend that was calling the show originally was just started laughing. And I really didn't like her reaction. That's what really irked me.
Why is that? What was her reaction?
Well, she just started laughing and said that she's immature and needs to grow up. And that really irked me, because like, how does she need to grow up if she's the one being free? Yeah, she wasn't honest about it from the beginning, but she
doesn't need to be vocal about her sex life, because she was already told that she was on the radio. So she's like,
well, not just that, but why does she need to grow up just because she is a swinger? Like, why does that make any sense for her to say grow up to the swinger?
Oh yeah, that was just unnecessary. Like, what does it mean? It's honestly, being a swinger is just having more open-mindedness of being comfortable with. Well, your partner.
I consider if you can swing, I feel like you're more grown up if you can swing than you are. Not shaming and monogamy or anything, but yeah. I feel like if you can deal with insecurities like that and jealousy, I feel like you have a little bit stronger mindset. So that didn't make any sense. And the way she just laughed and sort of like said it was weird and all that. Yeah, it's weird, but she shamed her a lot, which is what I was really upset about. That's the only thing I wanted to bring up. And then, well, the reactions from the show host, they did a good job. I mean, they were pretty neutral. John Jay, he likes to always make jokes about swingers, and one of the jokes he said is he likes to make friends with swingers and stuff like that.
Because the swinger friends are kind of the best kind of friends.
I think
they're the most fun.
Not really. I guess it's just preferences, you know. We wouldn't be fun for everybody to be around.
That's true.
But also, we're not like always.
There's a variation of swinger.
Well, no, not that, but we're not always like super sexual in front of people or stuff like that. We're talk sexually. We're normal people. We can definitely
read a room.
No, not just that. We're just like normal people like everybody else.
Yeah.
We don't act any different than anybody else does. Yeah, when we know certain people are like us, yeah, we'll get into conversations like that, but only when we know that that's a situation.
Yeah, definitely reading the room.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to... Well, I squeaked. Well, that was the only thing... It sounded like Morty there from Rick and Morty.
Oh, Morty.
But, don't even try.
I didn't.
But that was the episode. So, I mean, if you made it to this point, obviously you've made it through our season 2 premiere.
Oh, yeah.
And all we have to say really is that we've only touched the iceberg of what we have for this entire season.
The tip.
We're going to get deep into stories, deep into everything you want to hear. We'll answer any questions you guys have. we really want to know what you guys are wanting to listen to and see, because we really do listen to everything and read everything. So
You can leave those comments and messages, questions,
below,
anything.
or DM any of our pages, or the You Me and Swinging page on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Yep. And then also you can tell us anything you want on Patreon too. Any recommendations? We'll most likely definitely get your responses off of Patreon because that's our most direct way to reach us.
Yeah.
But also through Instagram, Twitter, we're reading everything. Don't worry.
Yeah, honestly, we've been really excited about this release. So we hope you guys really enjoyed it. And we can't wait for the rest of the content because it's just going to keep getting better and better from here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Make sure and follow our Patreon, all of our pages.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be linked below. And if you have any questions, just comment, message us, let us know.
Subscribe, hit the bell, and we will see you guys later.
See you guys.
This has been another episode of You, Me, and Swinging.
Let's go.